106, and in this video I'm going to give you 3 brand new examples of why this is a simulation and how things play out. Okay, these are all impossibilities, these stories that I'm about to tell you. But before I get into them, real quick, if you are watching this right now, everything in this world, in your experience, is happening for you. And I don't know if you noticed, but this channel is not the most popular channel yet. Okay, most of my videos are getting less than 100 views. And so if you found this, it's not a coincidence. It's because your higher self, your subconscious, brought you here. So take the opportunity, take advantage of this opportunity, because whatever I'm about to say, you need to hear. Whether you're ready to hear it or not, that is your choice. Whether you're ready to accept it or not, that is your choice. But you are here for a reason. Okay? So first story, number 1. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned that my wife had a work trip, okay, business trip. We were in Maryland, and it was a fishing trip. So we stayed overnight, and we were going fishing in the morning. Now, I had also said that my previous 3 or 4 experiences fishing were just awful experiences. Most of the time I was on the boat, I spent in the cabin. Okay, just, you know what they do in the cabin? That's what I was doing for 8 hours. Okay, the very last time, and I swore off fishing. I said I would never go again. Okay, if you're new to this channel, these are experiences that you recreate. Okay, because of my strong negative reaction to it in the past, I recreated this experience again, and fishing was going to continue to come up in my life. Opportunities like this to kind of like face your fear. And I told my wife I didn't want to go. I didn't like fishing. It kept coming up. And finally, the girl who invited her told her, listen, it's on the bay. It's not what he's thinking. It's a great time. They play music. There's going to be steak. There's going to be all kinds of food. They cook you breakfast, lunch, drinks. It's like a party boat. And so since it kept coming up, I knew better. I knew that it wasn't going to be like that, because I had to face that old experience. But since it kept coming up, I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll go. And so we went. It was out on the bay. We're driving down there. It's misty. It's a little rainy. She's looking at the forecast. I don't know why it's raining. It's not supposed to rain. I know why it's raining. We get on the boat. It's like you could see like we're in the bay, but there's waves like crashing against the side. Captain looks a little like, what's going on here? But we go. Waves. It's rough as we're going out. This is the bay. Okay, it's not the ocean. Okay, but the girl comes over to me who told my wife that, everything was going to be fine. It's not rough. It's going to be a party. She comes over. She says, I don't know what's going on. I've been out here 3 or 4 times on these things, and it's just been calm, and it's been just perfect. No waves at all. Meanwhile, everyone's holding on to the sides because it's so rough. We persist 10, 15 minutes. I'm smiling. Okay, everyone's coming over to check on me because they know that how I felt about it. And I got kind of taught, they think they talked me into it, but they don't know that I knew what was happening. And then so we continue out 10, 15 minutes. The captain comes out and he's like, listen, I don't know if we're going to be able to fish today. Meanwhile, he's holding on and swinging around, and he's like, it's rough out here, and I can try and like, set us up somewhere, but I have a feeling like everything's just going to be, there's plates up in the top and stuff's just falling. And so that was it. We head back. All right. But I faced the experience. It's a simulation because I had recreated that experience. There is no way that should have been as rough as it was. Even the captain said, every once in a blue moon, this will happen. This will happen. People who were on the boat they were so surprised. The only person who wasn't surprised was me because I knew that I had to relive that. And I did, and I made it through. And because I knew it's a simulation, I didn't react to it the same way. I could have had all these thoughts coming in, like I knew I shouldn't have come. I knew this was going to happen. Meanwhile, I would have gotten seasick. I would have had all of this resistance towards it. But instead, I wound up having a great time. We docked and we had breakfast, and we wound up winning a Yeti cooler, which they had like fishing prizes, like whoever catches the biggest fish. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing fishing. My wife doesn't really know too much about fishing, so there was no chance that we were going to win that, really. And then they wound up picking like random numbers, and so we won a Yeti cooler too. And I got to face my fear. So now when somebody brings up fishing, what do I think about? I think about my last fishing trip. This is the new me, not that old guy who used to get seasick, and the new me, the person I'm becoming now in this simulation. That's the guy who can fish when he wants to fish, can go and in the roughest waters and be fine. Okay, so that's number one. Second one, okay, my wife, years ago, I'm talking 4 or 5 years ago, she's been with this company for almost 25 years. And so 4 or 5 years ago, something happened in her work experience that had never happened before. I can't go into details, all right, but it had never happened before. And it was, some would say, borderline traumatic experience, but watch how you label things, okay? You don't want to call something traumatic because that's part of your inner dialogue, but I'm not going to go into that, all right? But it was a quote-unquote traumatic experience, and it was a tough experience for her, and it was just one of those things. So fast forward, okay, that was the first time in, I guess, 20 years something like that had happened, and it hasn't happened since. My daughter, somehow it comes up a couple of nights ago, 3 nights ago, and my daughter starts asking her questions about it. Why this? Why that? Who? What? All these questions. Okay, and my wife's answering, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, she's recreating this experience right now. Like, this is about to happen. Not that she's recreating this experience right now. She already recreated it because it was a quote unquote traumatic event. So it had to happen again because there was strong emotional charge attached to it. But that was the signal that it's about to come up again. The very next day, same thing happens at her work. Now, this time, not that huge, strong emotional charge, but she did, there was some emotion there, and she comes home and she's like, I can't believe this happened again. This is crazy. And I said, man, it's a simulation. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, when did this happen? She's 4 or 5 years ago. When did this happen previously? 4 or 5 years ago. Had it happened before that? No. Weren't you just talking about it the other night, that previous experience? Yeah. Simulation. Okay? It's impossible. It's impossible. All right. And then the last thing, as you know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been really focused in and honing in on credit and improving my credit, because the person I'm becoming has a great credit score. Okay. Millions of dollars, $10 million house, financially free. Okay. And part of that is a great credit score. All right. So my credit score has been on the rise. I've posted it, been really focused on it. And I'm in a place where it is just going to continue to rise. But I've also had what? Financial struggles. Okay. Even we're talking about 4 months ago. All right. Now it's closer to 5 months, but 4 months ago, I was still struggling, even though I had just started falling asleep and the wish fulfilled. That it doesn't just happen overnight, as we know. Okay, so I'd still previously to that had negative emotion for years over years over years. Okay, so even though things have been going great, I still have some of that old vibration and stuff that I've recreated that has to play out in my experience. And so I was talking about my daughter's dresser yesterday. Okay, I got blisters on my hands, but I was talking about my daughter's dresser, and we ordered that, I guess, three or four nights ago. And when I ordered it, we had previously, I talked about how our bank account, there was some fraud. Okay, so we had to create a new bank account. And so I hadn't put the new information into Amazon yet. We hadn't used it. All right. And so I had a credit card that was on file, and I guess it was the second method to be used. So when I went on and just paid on Amazon, they didn't have my updated bank information, so they charged that credit card. And what do you know? I didn't know that they charged this credit card until I went on and saw my credit score. I still check it every day, and I saw my credit score drop 20 points. And I'm like, what the hell? And I clicked on it. It says, see what's changed. And I'm looking at a credit card that's almost like at its max that I just paid, and I actually went intentionally to pay it and make it less than it was last month when I paid it. And I was like, how is that possible? And then I connected the dots, and I'm like, are you kidding me? They just posted the statement. I didn't even have a chance to rectify it because I had just paid it when it was due. The statement comes out the next day, and then my credit was affected. And so my subconscious it's kind of like a test. You can look at it as a test. Am I going to react to this? No, I'm not going to react. I know it's all a simulation. I'm doing the best I can do, and stuff is still going to happen that I have to just not react to. There's a time to be assertive, but this is not the time to be assertive. It's either detach or be assertive. Detach or be assertive. Like, that's literally your power. Detach or be assertive. So those are 3 prime examples of why this is a simulation. 1, the fishing trip, impossible. Okay, the only reason that was like that is because I was on the boat. Every other experience that every single person on that boat had on that bay, it was beautiful, wonderful days, calm waters. Because I was on the boat, now all of a sudden, it's the movie The Perfect Storm. All right? Next, my wife's thing. Are you kidding me? I don't even have to explain that. And then the credit score. That's just... So the first one, was it time to be assertive? No. It's time to detach. You realize it's a simulation. The second one, it's time for my wife to detach, but and then this one. Okay, so I just wanted to share that because it's like, it's one thing to say that it's a simulation, and then it's another thing to know. And so if I'm sharing these stories with you, these impossibilities, these impossible stories, you're more likely to, when you have doubts that this is a simulation, you're more likely to maybe think about these videos and hearing these stories and then saying, you know what? No way. There's no way that it's not a simulation, because what John was talking about in that video and what happened with him on that fishing trip, or what happened to his wife, or what happened with the wasp. Like, these things that just don't happen. And there's no coincidences. Everything is happening for you. Even this video right now. Lion's Den. Kate, Brent, Lucas is in there, and Thankful. Trying to think. I don't think I left anybody out. Man, I think that's it. But if you want to join the Lions Den, just start posting. Fell asleep in the wish fulfilled, and I'll shout you out in the next video. I know this was a longer one. I've kind of been keeping them short, but every once in a while I'll throw this one in. Also, if you're still watching, which if you are, and I purposely saved this for the end because I know that the the people who've been watching my videos for a while, you're the ones who are probably still watching. I want to give you an opportunity. I'm going to start making sleep meditations. I looked it up, and I listen to them all the time, but I have like David's sleep meditation that I listen to. And so I think it would be cool if I made my own. So I'm going to make my own sleep meditation, and it doesn't really look that involved. All right. So I should be able to make like, one or two a week when I have time there. But I wanted to give you the opportunity, if you want a sleep meditation, like if you listen to a sleep meditation at night where it's just, I talked about before, and you have headphones, or you can play it on your phone without your spouse, getting mad, I will make you a sleep meditation. Okay, just email me, and then we'll go back and forth. You can tell me exactly, you can give me the affirmations that you want it to say, and I'll set it up. It's probably not going to be my voice. It'll be like somebody else's voice, but I'll make it specifically for you. Okay, so I wanted to put that out there just in case, because it's all one love. It's, when I do this for you, I'm also doing it for me, and it makes me feel good, and this is what life's about. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. I love you all. Enjoy your Friday night. We have an empty house here. My wife and I will probably go out to eat, and then probably watch some comedy or something. So I'll see you tomorrow, day 107. Love you all. Take care.